Welcome to part 2 of the Bury FC compilation video for 1991-2. We begin this second part with an away game at Shrewsbury Town on December the 21st. Bury had dropped to 21st position in the league, having gone 8 games without a win, which had seen them fall from a healthy 7th place in early October. Bury had also fallen out of the FA Cup at the first hurdle, beaten at home by Bradford City, and that left the team with only league safety to concentrate on, and scoring had now become a problem. Welcome to Game Meadow Shrewsbury for Bury's last fixture before Christmas against Shrewsbury Town, and Bury really do need a win this afternoon. Yes, last night's 1-0 win by Torquay over Preston North End put Bury second to bottom in the 3rd division. Long ball, and that's a good run. Parkinson trying to get the challenge in, the ball comes over. That was a superb chance. Can't. And here comes Shrewsbury. Henry, Lynn, another chance for Lynn. That's just gone wide. I think Gary Kelly, a vital touch to it. In the post, header on, come out to Valentine. And the ball now finally cleared, but it's still to a Bury player, and the shot comes straight in from Kearney into the midriff of Perks. Lynch there first, and he finds his goalkeeper successfully. Kearney. Wilson needs to be alert. It's gone past Kelly, and that will be the opening goal. And that's put in by Graham Worsley. Mix up between Kelly and Robertson. Robertson tried to pass the ball back to Kelly, hit it wide of him, and it was left to Graham Worsley to slot the ball home from 2 yards. To Bury, it's right on the halfway line. Been taken by Valentine, little time to get back on level terms in this first half, but here's a good opportunity. On by Nil, Robinson, and that's a super goal by Liam Robinson. A minute after Bury disastrously fall behind, Liam Robinson puts Bury back level. Ball floated over, and it's in. In fact, it's been disallowed for a foul. Gary Kelly. So Steve Mackenzie's strike, cancelled out, still 1-1. Here's Wilson. And Stevens. Makes his way towards the penalty area. Tries the shot. Perks had to be alert. For Gary Kelly, but it's not. Here's Lynn, and this should be a good chance. It's just gone wide. Robertson with the free kick. Lynch. Lynch again. Greenall beaten to the ball. Came in, there is the final whistle, so Bury got a point here at Game Meadow. Both the goals in the 1-1 draw coming in the space of 60 seconds. Two goals in the final minute on the last day of August earlier this season produced a 3-2 victory for Reading down at Elm Park. So Bury this afternoon have plenty of incentive to do well against a team that traditionally are poor travellers up to Gig Lane. Looking at the Reading side, and they have in goal Jim Leighton. Ball comes over, and that's just over from Colin Greenall. streak miskicked and leaves the ball for Robinson. Luckily for Reading, it was wide of the goal. Parkinson, chance of the shot. Jim Leighton plucks it out in the air. Nils header. Robinson. The shot comes in, it's just over the bar. It's going to be Robinson to hit the ball from here. Six in the Reading wall. Robinson to strike it straight at the wall. A second opportunity, and the flag's up. Parkinson's put the ball in, but the flag's up for offside. As over comes the corner. Greenall's header, nil. And the ball wouldn't drop for Bury. Straight at Leighton from Ian Stevens. I think Bury were wondering whether it was going to be offside. Valentine. Greenall. Maskell for Reading. We'll look for the shot from here, and it's a good save from... Say the left back for Reading was lucky there. Here's Valentine with the free kick. Stevens, Robinson, and it almost fell for Robinson. Williams. Bailey. Cross comes over. Valentine gets his head to it. The shot goes wide. Gooding. Towards the far post. Cleared by Nil, but it's not a good clearance. And there, Reading take the lead through Craig Maskell. The final whistle. Boos greet it from the Bury supporters, and it's now over 3 months since those supporters saw Bury win down here at Gigg Lane. And welcome to Gigg Lane for this afternoon's attractive fixture between Bury, currently third from bottom of the third division, and Birmingham City riding in second place. Their only goal difference separates them from Brentford. Earlier in the season, Bury went down to St Andrews and put up a very good performance in losing by 3 goals to 2. And hopefully Bury can end what today is a 10-match sequence without a victory against Birmingham City. Go into Birmingham, it will be taken by Cleghorn. Rogerson, it's a good cross. And really, Birmingham should have taken the lead there from... Kearney's free kick. On by Nil. Birmingham get it clear. Stanislaus. This fell luckily for Birmingham, and now it has. Rogerson, a clear chance on half-time, and Greenall clears it. Nil. Stevens. On for Smith. Wilson is continuing his run. It's an early cross. Stevens! And that's off the post. And Bury. Rogerson. Return pass to Rogerson, and this could be the first goal, and it'll be a penalty. So Birmingham have a penalty, handball against Peter Valentine. Cleghorn versus Gary Kelly, and Kelly makes a superb save. What a superb save from Gary Kelly. It was right by the foot of his left-hand post. Cleghorn, the outside trap beaten, and a real chance for Birmingham. And still it's not got in. And finally Bury get the ball clear, and you do get the impression that Bury are leading a charmed second half. Valentine moves the ball towards the edge of the area. Stanislaus, brilliant save. Smith, and it's in. It's gone in from Smith. Oh yes. 8 Quickly taken to Sturridge. Here's Cleghorn. Smith. Wilson upfield. Robinson will chase this, and he's there first. He's got 3 up with him. Maybe Robinson won't need any of them. And it's a good save. And a second attempt, and goalkeeper finally gets hold of the ball. So, and Bury win for the first time in 3 months. A superb display of grit and determination. It's something that the Big Lane faithful haven't seen for some time. To a very blustery London Road Peterborough. This Bury attempt to start 1992 on a winning run, having ended 1991, of course, beating Birmingham City by 1-0. Kept in by Charlery. Gets the crossover, edge of the 6-yard area. Kelly punches. It's not a good punch. The shot comes in and that's blocked. And as the ball came across, the Bury defence thought it was offside. And really, Peterborough should have taken the lead. The goal to our right. Smith, an early shot, and he'd almost caught Barber. And in the opening seconds, very, very close to taking the lead. Barber again rolling the ball out. Some more kicking. Their arm, and Riley beats the offside trap. Gets the crossover. A chance for Charlery, and it's just over. Kearney prepares to take the free kick. Deliberately aimed it up and it's just gone wide. Kearney puts the challenge in, loses out to Sterling. Stanislas sprinting, trying to get back. Takes the ball round Nilde. Sterling gets the crossover. And Wilson's there. I was going to say Wilson's there to put it behind for the corner. It came off. In the end, the crossbar. It is still a corner, though. Long kick from Kelly. Comes for Smith. Jones. Adcock. Beaten by Kimball. Parkinson scrambling to get back. Cross comes in and Kelly takes it on his line. And there is the final whistle. Boos from the home supporters. It really has been a game really to forget. Few chances at either end. Welcome to Gig Lane for this afternoon's third division encounter between Bury and Swansea City. Bury last week at Bradford got a last-minute equaliser courtesy of an Ian Stevens strike from 25 yards, and how important that might prove to be with Bradford, one of the clubs down at the bottom with Bury. Another and Phil Parkinson both coming up on the right, and it's Phil Parkinson who's got the ball. Has then had it taken off him by Russell Coughlin. And Swansea trying to get it clear, but haven't done so. Here's Stevens inside the area. Robinson, first-time shot, and Roger Freestone almost fumbled the ball on the line. It's going to be a shot, and Freestone had to make the save. Bury have again pushed the three central defenders forward, leaving Wilson and Stanislaus backfield, and the header's on, and it's hit the bar from Colin Greenall. Swansea prepared to swing the ball in towards the near post, and Wilson gets a vital touch, and Robinson is on a chase now. Can Robinson get there first? Indeed he has. He's there ahead of Coughlin. This could put Bury 2 up, and still the chance, and it's cleared off the line, and Swansea finally get it clear, and Bury shake their heads. And round Williams gets the cross in, and Freestone manages to collect. Smith did very well under pressure from Williams. And Swansea give the ball away again. Stevens. And again it's at Freestone, the ball still not cleared. And the Swansea goal is living a charmed life. Taken well on the chest by Smith. He's coming into his own in the second half, seeing a lot more of the ball than he did in the first. There's Wilson, maybe looking for a second goal from an identical position. Ball comes over, the header's there. Smith, and again the Swansea defence is stretched. Robinson, this should make the game safe if he can put the ball clear, and he does. No, it's gone the wrong side. It's gone the wrong side, and it came off Freestone. The ball will come back. Valentine with the clearance, and again it comes back. And there's the final whistle. Alan nil. Fist clench. Realises how important this victory is. So Bury draw level on points with Swansea at the bottom of the table, and sometimes though it's not always how you win, it's definitely that you get the 3 points, but Bury did. Welcome down to Gig Lane for tonight's Douglas Trophy first round proper match between Bury and Chesterfield. The tie, the rules say, must be decided tonight. If it's all square after 90 minutes, there's an additional half an hour, and if still there is no deadlock, there will be penalties after that. Our Hart and his two linesmen, Mr. T. Atkinson and Mr. R. Bowden. As I've said, it's a very sparsely populated Gig Lane, so there'll be little atmosphere tonight, but the club know that it's important, and there's a good shot from Ian Stevens. The club know that it's important to get through these early stages because there's plenty of money to be made. Kearney. Stanislaus. That's the crossover. Looking towards Nil, gets his head to the ball. Robinson, just over the top. In fact, the goalkeeper must have got a hand to it because the referee's awarded a corner. Stanislaus, Robinson, Stevens, and Stevens has done well. He might need some support. onto Robinson, edge of the area, looks for the shot. It took a deflection, good ball for Stanislaus, and he's put it wide. Here's Kearney, floated in. Greenall, still not cleared. Chance for Mauger. The ball comes over, and then it's in. It's in from Greenall. It took a long time, and there'll be an inquest in the Chesterfield defence. But Colin Greenall registers the goal, and Bury take the lead here at Gigg Lane. Parkinson, Hume, Parkinson again, Greenall. Greenall's got plenty of room to move into. Robinson, now back to Wilson. Lofted ball, and Bury beaten the offside trap. Here's Hume. We'll look for the shot maybe from here. Mauger. Still Mauger, gets the ball across. Nobody wanted it from Chesterfield. Stevens will have it. Straight at the goalkeeper, and he must have seen that late because he had to tip it over. But Valentine missed it on this occasion. Ball chipped in. Evans. Parkinson got a touch. Here's Cook. Looks for the shot. And it's gone in. And Cook has hit a very good equaliser from outside the area. And we've 6 minutes to go. Mauger. There's Robinson. Good run from Stevens. It's the crossover. Hume! It's there! And Kevin Hume restores Bury's lead within 3 minutes. Here's Wilson. And Robinson, and this could seal it now from Robinson. Can't get it in, but Mauger could get the goal. It's off the line. Hume maybe with another chance. And still it's not cleared, but really the Chesterfield defence all at sea on that occasion. And Bury should really have sealed the tie. We're into injury time. That's a good tackle from Parkinson, gives the ball to Mauger, and there's the final whistle, and Bury progress in the Autoglass Trophy. But they made their supporters sweat at the end of the game. Which continues the vein of January, where Bury play some of the relegation strugglers along with themselves. Going through the teams, we start with Torquay. In goal, Gareth Howells. 2, Paul Holmes. 3, Aaron Davis. 4, Chris Myers. 5, Matthew Elliott. He's had plenty of the ball in the early stages of this game. The Torquay goalkeeper, Gareth Howells, yet to touch the ball. Kelly playing that ball down the right-hand side towards Robinson. He got his head to the ball, and in steps Mauger. Might look for the shot, and that's a great save. I was just saying how that hadn't touched the ball. Well, it was a vital save for his first touch, and it's Bury who have the corner. With the corner, there's plenty to aim for, and Kelly tries to claim, and he doesn't. And Bury looking to get away with that on this occasion. No foul, says the referee. That will be a foul on Dobbins, though. Played down the line for Dobbins. Gets the crossover, but it's a poor one. Parkinson didn't clear it. Appeals for a penalty, and the referee, hands behind his back, says no, to set Stanislaus free down this left-hand side for Bury. Here's Mauger. Parkinson. Looking for Stevens. One for Mauger. Will look for the shot. And another good save from Howells. The two efforts from Bury. Played by Stanislaus, but he got more height than distance to it. And here's Lorem laying the ball off.
with the number 4 Myers. Over comes the cross, crashing in, and it's gone wide. And that was Torquay's best chance. And
Team referee.
quick clearance for Robinson. Wilson with the throw-in, finds Robinson. Laid back to the fullback. Here's Stevens, inside the area, and that's a great goal! Great goal by Stevens! Right on the stroke of half-time. The ball played forward and Stevens had the confidence to hit it over the goalkeeper first time. And right on the stroke of half-time, Stevens gives Bury the lead. Over comes the corner. It's still not cleared. Valentine will attack it. It's on the ground and still it's not cleared. Greenall will look for the shot. It's saved by the goalkeeper. Will take the free kick. Only he in the Torquay half at the moment. Turn on the ball, and this could be a chance. And it's in, but the flag's up for offside. The substitute, Dwayne Darby, put the ball in the back of the net, but it's been ruled out by the linesman's flag on the far side. And it's a long throw towards Elliott. He gets the flick on. Kelly with the punch, and it's not a good punch. He had to punch a second time, and Bury escaped. But now they're on a quick break, and a ball through the middle for Robinson. And it's a good ball, and he couldn't find Smith. And disappointing for Bury. Robinson. But there's 4 to aim for towards the far post as the corner comes in. The header in, straight at Gary Kelly. Quarter of an hour to play. Still 1-0 to Bury.
Come on!
Myers gets the ball across, all the way to Hall, and it's going to go in. It's a great save from Kelly, and it's straight back at Kelly, and Kelly saves Bury. Kelly needed to be accurate. He was the lone player upfield. And Stanislaus takes advantage of the situation, finds Robinson, and Bury on a quick break. Robinson tries to cut in field, has Stanislaus up in support. And Stanislaus cuts inside, maybe we'll look for a shot from this position. Stanislaus could go all the way, and he has! Stanislaus has gone all the way! And with 14 minutes to play, it's Stanislaus who gives Bury a 2-goal lead. Wilson's header, hooked clear by Parkinson. Stevens, a good ball for Smith. He's got Hume inside the area if he can find him, and Hume will challenge the goalkeeper, and he got his head to the ball and almost directed it back into the path of Ian Stevens. And there's the final whistle, and an important victory down here at Torquay for Bury, founded on a solid defensive performance, and it got its rewards in the first half following 2 good chances from Ronnie Morget. Welcome to Gig Lane after a 3-week break for bad weather, and tonight we have the northern quarter-final of the Autograss Trophy between Bury and Huddersfield Town. If this encounter's half as exciting as the league encounter back in September, then supporters who've turned up tonight will be in for a treat. Smith coming for the short one, and he sees it edge of the area. Back to Robinson, over comes the cross, and Yora gets his head to it. Greenall, chance of the shot, and this must be, and that's the opening goal for Alan Nil. And Yora got the initial header in. Colin Greenall forced the ball past the last of the Huddersfield defence, and there was Nil to rifle it home from 6 yards. Had to take on the Bury defence on his own in these opening stages of the second half. Eventually Darren Wilson gets the challenge in. Huddersfield win a corner. Nigel Smith can rejoin the action. He's had some treatment. Short corner to Starbuck. Cross comes over. And a chance here for Inyora. And Inyora gets the equaliser. A minute into the second half. been all about in Europe. There's hardly anybody else touched the ball. Parsley. Manura. Looks for the shot again. Oh, that's a magnificent save from Gary Kelly. Valentine's free kick. Hughes. Robinson. Came off Ian Wilson. And here's Parsley. Tucking down the right for Huddersfield. Starbuck. It's a nice turn. Now needs some support. Starbuck. Roberts looks for the shot. Roberts has put it in. And Huddersfield strike again. Mick Walsh has Kevin Hume and Lee Anderson on the bench. If he's thinking of changing things, he might have to now. Well, Bury survive. It's still 2-1. Hume. Control let him down. The ball fell for O'Regan. Here's Parsley. Manura. Starbuck. Another good save from Gary Kelly. That's 3 excellent saves he's made in this second half. Here's Starbuck. Looks for the shot. Gary Kelly down to it. Hume. Wilson. Hume. Good ball. Hume's done well. Comes over, Neil, he's put it over! And Alan Neil's put it over. What a good opportunity. Here's Hume. And Robinson. And a good save from the keeper. And a penalty awarded. And a penalty awarded. And I don't know what that's for. Well, Bury awarded a penalty. And you can understand why the Huddersfield players and supporters are upset. And Liam Robinson given the chance to force extra time. 6 minutes to play. And here's Liam Robinson from the spot. And it's saved. Saved by the keeper. And I suppose you could say justice done. And there is the final whistle. And Bury bow out of the Autoglass Trophy at the quarter-final stage. It's a stage they've never gone past. In the first half it looked like they would do because Huddersfield really didn't seem to be able to put the game together, and Bury took an interval lead courtesy of a goal from Alan Neil 6 minutes from half-time. But in the second half, Huddersfield came out like a different team and scored twice.
Hello, welcome to Griffin Park for highlights of this Barclays League Division 3 game between Brentford and Bury. This is a New Sunday Video production and I'm Ian Westbrook. And Greenall's up there. And looks as though he feels he could have done a bit better there. Kearney floated the free kick onto his head. Oh, not a good kick from Benstead. Stevens now finds Hume. Cross comes in, and now picked up Stanislaus. Roger Stanislaus gives Bury the lead. 15 minutes gone. It's Brentford 0, Bury 1. Well, I should have backed my hunches before the start. Roger Stanislaus, quoted at 33-1 to score the first goal, decided. Booker. Millen. Evans. Oh, poor ball from Evans, and Ian Stevens there came in. Keith Millen impeded him. Well, they came. Kearney took the free kick. Bury came close from earlier when Greenall's header looped over the bar. Virtually the same position. I think Greenall was in there again, and Hume at the back post has scored. Half an hour gone. Brentford in big trouble now. It's Brentford 0, Bury 2. Mark Kearney floated in the free kick. Colin Greenall again went for it, couldn't get there. Kevin Hume came in at the far post, put home his third goal of the season from close range. It's Brentford 0, Bury 2. And Bury come again. This is Stevens. And right across Hume. So close to number 3 there. I think Hume's injured in the goal mouth. Bury on the break again. Robinson, and Bury pouring forward. Still Robinson. Puts it across looking for Hughes. Bates. Shot from Wilson. Bates has lost it. And Bates mops up. Luckily there for Brentford, no one. Going to be Statham with the throw. Blissett. Tackle by Stanislaus, cleared by Kearney. This is Stevens. Stanislaus again, good tackle by Booker. But Bury pick it up again now, Hughes through the middle. He shrugged off Millen. Great chance for Hughes, and he's put it wide. Ian Hughes really could have finished things off there. Simon Ratcliffe with it. Smiley. Deflected, off the keeper, Blissett, another save. And is it going to be one of those days? Statham Graham Benstead inside the area. Billy Manu just outside. Bury everybody back. Evans, off the line. I'm not sure what's happening there, chaos. Brilliant save by Kelly. In fact, he kept his arm down there, so it was a direct free kick and a good effort and a good save. Evans, Booker, and it's cleared. Taken, kept his arm down, direct free kick. Gale curled it over the wall brilliantly, but Gary Kelly reacted with yet another good save. And there could be big trouble here for Hughes. Challenge on. And it's the red card for Hughes. He went in with his feet up after the ball had gone. And Ian Hughes is sent off. Going out on the right wing. It's good to see him back in competitive action. Very promising career. Now Smiley in his new position, some work to do immediately. Shot from Robinson. Worth an effort there. Now Statham. Driscoll. Statham again. Evans. Stanislaus clears. Now Hume. Smiley, last line of defence. Driscoll. Tackle by Stanislaus. Now Robinson. Hume, there's, I think it's Stevens going through the middle. Good ball. Stevens can seal it here. Deflected off Manuel, and he has. The crowd leave in droves. Brentford caught on the break. Hume played the perfect pass. Berry broke. Kevin Hume got the ball, played it across to Stevens, ran to the edge of the area, shot deflected off Manuel, looped over the helpless Benstead. 3-0, 3 minutes to go, and 3 points gone. Booker. Corner. Well, it's Brentford's heaviest league defeat of the season. It's 3-0 win at Gig Lane. Bury's 4th away win. Final score, Brentford 0, Bury 3. And XB Roger Stanislaus. There's Ian Stevens who scored the 3rd goal. Bury absolutely delighted. Manager Mike Walsh orders them to go to their fans. Roger Stanislaus opened the scoring against his old club after a quarter of an hour. Kevin Hume made it 2-0.
The two sides of Bury's form this season were clearly shown during the week. Last Saturday, a fine 3-0 away win at leaders Brentford earned the team the Performance of the Week award and £650 for a local boys club. And then on Tuesday night down at Bournemouth, a dreadful performance resulting in a 4-0 defeat. I'm sure, however, before the two games, Mickey Walsh would have settled for 2 draws, 2 points. He's got one more than that with a win and a defeat. And this afternoon, Bury turn their attentions to another promotion-chasing side, and that's Leyton Orient. Bury have yet to meet the side this year. The original game down at Leyton Orient called off in December through fog. Their substitution. Parkinson really moving very awkwardly, and it doesn't really look like it's going to continue as Orient are on the attack at the moment. And the chance here, and it must be 1-0. It's a great save by Kelly. Oh yes, that was a really good save. He seemed to change direction in mid-air. Wilson for Hume, and it just came off the defender, and the defender couldn't have seen Ian Stevens. He's got no support with him at the moment. He might have to do this on his own, and that's a marvellous goal. What a marvellous goal from Ian Stevens. It was a bad back pass in the first place. Stevens latched onto it immediately, but was then right by the touchline. He had no support. He took a couple of yards, couple of strides inside, and beat Chris Turner. Just a quarter of an hour played. It's very throw-in. Here's Darren Wilson. Looking for Valentine. Back to Wilson. Trying to get the cross in. Robinson. Valentine. Now the ball comes across. Hume. The ball won't come down for him. Stanislaus. Nobody can get the ball on the floor to get a shot in. Robinson now wide to Wilson. Now the cross comes over. It's a low one. Stanislaus. Hume. It's in. It's in from Hume. And doesn't he enjoy it? Seemed to go in slow motion. Valentine, here's Hughes. Nice play by Hughes. Robinson, and a nice flick for Kearney. And Berry beat the offside trap again. Hume will look for the shots, gets the shot in, it just goes wide. And another quick break from defence to attack by Berry. Robinson. Greenall, and again Berry beat the offside trap. Stevens, chance for Berry's third, and it is. And Berry have now taken a 3-goal lead. Stevens gets his second with 36 minutes on the watch. Kearney. Valentine's back header. Just enough pace to find Gary Kelly, and that's a good kick, and it's a good early kick. Robinson. Valentine. And the offside trap beaten again, and a good chance here. Stevens on a hat-trick. Has he taken it too far? No, he's not. And Ian Stevens gets his hat-trick. And I'm afraid Orient have lost their cool. Number 8, Steve Castle, went over and shouted at the referee. And that's 2 yellow cards now. Also number 4, Wayne Burnett. That doesn't matter as far as Berry are concerned. Stevens gets a hat-trick, and it's Berry 4, Orient 0. Robinson. Looking for Hume. One for him to chase, and the defender slipped, and he tried to get hold of Hume. Here's Hume, and the challenge came in. The defender Adrian Whitbread slipped at the worst possible moment. Half, Berry 4, Orient 0, the current score. Orient looking to get a consolation at the moment. Here's Greg Berry to Taylor. The shot comes in, and it's a lovely goal from Taylor. That reduces the arrears. 4-1 now. Howard forward. Chance here for Jones. And it's a good stop by Gary Kelly. And Orient have pulled another back through Danny Carter. So Orient preparing to take their 12th corner. And the shot, Kelly saves, and it's put over. Well, Gary Kelly got a touch to it because it's a corner. Time, and there's the final whistle. Bury get the 3 points, but it wasn't without a bit of worry in the second half. A match ball for Ian Stevens, scored early on after 15 minutes. Afternoon, welcome to the Vetchfield Swansea for today's important third division encounter between Swansea and Bury. Both teams struggling to get out of the relegation zone, and Bury, since the new year turned, have done impressively well, moving themselves up into a reasonably comfortable position. The two sides starting off. The wind seems to be getting stronger. Nil could come for Valentine. Robinson, and the flag was up anyway. The linesman on the far side was flagging. Bury should really have done better from that position. It's his header. Nil. Ball for the three Bury forwards to chase, and Hume's in. Can he finish it? And a penalty awarded for the foul on Hume, presumably by the goalkeeper. And certainly around the Vetch there are a few puzzled frowns. Colin Greenall is the man who'll take the penalty. The Swansea captain coming across to the referee just to ask what the penalty was for. And here's Colin Greenall with the chance to take this penalty, put Bury one up. Gilligan said something to him before he took it, and that's a good penalty, and Bury take the lead here on 11 minutes. For the ball to be played to him. And to the far side as the corner taker looks. That's Russell Coughlin. And there is Harris. Shot comes across the edge of the Bury penalty area. No Swansea player could get on the end of it. It's come back in. A chance here. Kelly out bravely, and it's hooked clear by Colin Green. Quickly taken. Here's Ford. Over comes the cross. It head has been met. That's a lovely goal from Swansea. Paul Rayner's the scorer. 2 minutes into the second half, and Swansea get the equaliser. There's the long throw again. Back header by Ian Wilson. Swansea onside, and it must be. Leg puts Swansea in front. His leg. Morget. Smith couldn't control it. His leg again for Swansea. Rayner. Still leg. Williams, leg again. Swansea have a penalty. Only 10 minutes to go, that would surely give Swansea all 3 points. They put it wide and over. Penalty. Stanislaus. Ian Wilson tried to get the crossover. And there's the final whistle, so Bury defeated down here at Swansea. Having played ever so well in the first half, went in at half-time with an interval lead, courtesy of a Colin Greenall penalty. A controversial penalty it was, but in the second half, Swansea came out and played like a different team. Warm welcome to Gigg Lane for tonight's third division fixture between Bury and Chester City. It's now almost 5 to 8, 25 minutes after the scheduled kick-off time. We've had terrible problems with the lighting. The floodlights have been out, the lights on the stand have been out. We've not been able to have both lights in the stand or floodlights at the same time. So, as I say, we've had a 25-minute delay. We hope it's not affected either side. Mill, strong header. Hume will chase. He could get in if the goalkeeper doesn't get to the ball. There's a mix-up between goalkeeper and defender. And Bury almost profits. Much of the early pressing. No clear-cut opportunities yet for either side. Well-headed clear. Stanislaus hooks it back in. For Stanislaus. Good shot, it's gone in! Stanislaus and Hume combine well. And with 13 minutes on the watch, the Bury number 11 puts Bury into the lead. Aim towards Barrow. Got his head to the ball, the shot comes in and it's gone in. Chester have the equaliser. Looking to see who it is. It looks to be the number 6, Chris Lightfoot. Yep, Chris Lightfoot. It's back towards the halfway line as Kelly lofts the ball. Wilson. Here's Stevens, edge of the area. Good turn, gets the crossover. Stanislaus, it's just over the bar. And Stanislaus arriving late, almost got Bury second. Kearney. Nice ball for Ian Stevens. Lovely ball from Kearney. Stevens, edge of the area. Look for a shot from here. Gets one in, it's just gone wide. Hume was the man trying to finish it off on the line. Chester trying to decide what to do with it. He'll be hit by Bennett. Goes through and it's gone all the way through. And Chester have the lead. The free kick, the corner, and the ball shot back in. Kelly couldn't hold it at the first attempt, but gets it at the second attempt. Greenall. Ball finally cleared. It'll be picked up by Robinson. Laid off to Darren Wilson. Here comes the cross. Neil heads it down. And the ball can't get nobody can get a shot in. Nil, and it's finally back with Colin Greenall, but Bury should really have done better from that position. Here's Morget. Robinson. Chipped in, but it's straight towards the far post. Greenall. And it's missed. And finally cleared. And how did that stay out? The final whistle, and Chester score an important victory here at Gigg Lane, falling behind early on to a Roger Stanislaus shot from the left-hand side of the area, but then 2 goals for Chester in 12 minutes. Lightfoot on the half-hour equalised, and Bennett with a free kick 3 minutes before half-time caught Gary Kelly unsighted as the ball went through the wall. This afternoon is the FA Cup first round opponents, Bradford City, who back in November won 1-0 here at Gig Lane. Bolton then put Bradford City out in the second round to end the cup success for that season for Bradford. Berry, before Greenall gets the challenge in and wins back possession. I think he thought it was maybe a free kick. Here's Mauger, will look for the shot from here, surely. No passes for Stevens. And the ball straight at Tomlinson. Taken up by Kearney. Mauger on the back. As the ball was being played through. And here's Jewell for Stapleton. A good chance here. Going to play a manager, and a good save by Kelly. Or Blake. Torpe. Ball taken up in by Kearney. Torpe. Good chance for him. The ball just behind for the corner. Robinson strikes it, it's just wide. So Stevens loses out. Wins it back. Mauger. This is a good opportunity for Berry. Across to Robinson. Will it fall for him? Now appeals for handball. The referee on the far side was flagging for offside. McCarthy for Babb. Ball comes across. Kelly had to fist it. Greenall clears it. I think it was going wide anyway. Greenall made sure. Down in the area. We'll take on Blake. That's the crossover. Played by the Bradford defence as far as Sean McCarthy. Torpe. Williams. Header down. A good chance for Bradford. Last minute it's there. And Bradford City have scored with the last kick of the game. We're inside injury time. Floated in, and the goalkeeper takes it confidently. And there is the full-time whistle, and Bury lose for the second time in a week at home to fellow relegation candidates. This time it's a goal in injury time which settles the game from the Bradford City number 11, Paul Jewell. Consecutive defeats have plunged Bury right back into the relegation mire at the bottom of the third division, and tonight Bury's third game in a week here at Gig Lane against fellow relegation opponent Torquay United. Bury still looking for their first point at home against these clubs. The sides this afternoon. Taken by Kearney, finds Robinson, edge of the Torquay penalty area. Laid back for Greenall, space for a shot. That's a good shot, and it's just cleared the crossbar. And it took a deflection as the referee signals a corner for Bury. Kelly to pump the ball up the centre of the field. Played by Myers. Valentine with time. Robinson. Into the path of Greenall, coming forward. On for Robinson, and he's onside this time. Still Robinson, and he's blasted it over. Robinson beat the offside trap. Stevens, and he could have caught the defence. Last-ditch header, Mauger. Hall just got a foot in. Here's Stevens, this is a good chance for Bury. For Stevens, and he's put it wide. And again, Bury break the offside trap. again. Robinson to Stevens. Robinson again. Back to Kearney. And then Kearney gives it away, and Bury could be in trouble. To Saunders. Hall. Completely unmarked, edge of the Bury penalty area. And Valentine gets a strong challenge in and wins possession, and it was an important challenge. But Bury gave it straight back to him. And Hall puts the ball in the back of the net, but the grindsman on this near side. Flag raised for offside. Saunders will contest it. Hume wins it. Kearney with the shot, and that's just cleared the crossbar as well. And fully 25 yards. Free kick taken, it's gone through, and Kelly dives to his left to take it. Taken up by Robinson. Nice interchange between the two strikers. On to Stevens again. This is good play from Bury. Cross comes over. And a chance here for Hughes, and it's just cleared. Corner comes over. Cleared by Nil. Chance here for Loram. Chip back in. And Fashanu. Well, I was going to say offside, but the flag was not raised at all. Edge of the area. And then Hume gives it away. More frustration for Bury. And a good run now from Myers. 4 up for him to aim for. One of them is Fashanu. The header down. Kelly saves on the line. Corner comes over. Fashanu got his head to it. Hall, edge of the area. Shot in, just wide. And there is the final whistle. And a chorus of boos greets it. The result here at Gigg Lane, Bury 0, Torquay United 0. And there's little more you can say about the game. Bury's lowest crowd for almost 8 years. Only 1,663 bothered to turn up here at Gigg Lane. For this afternoon's third division fixture between Chester City and Bury. 11 days ago, the fixture at Gigg Lane resulted in a win for Chester by 2-1 after Bury had taken an early lead. Doesn't waste any time though, clearing the ball upfield. Kearney helps it on. Stevens will chase, and here's a good chance for Bury as Stevens strides inside the penalty area, gets the ball across, and Hume must have got his foot to it because it's going to be a goal kick, and Bury should really there have taken the lead. But the move carries on. Here's Hughes looking to get the ball across, succeeds in doing so. The header in, Stanislaus, and it's cleared off the line. The header from Stanislaus, and Bury will have a corner. Smith with the corner. There it comes, just too high for Kearney, and it's put in by Peter Valentine. Nobody picked him up as he made his way inside. It looked as though the corner was initially meant for Kearney, but there was Valentine to put Bury 1 up. Again, plenty for him to aim for in and around the 6-yard area. And a free header in, and this must be the equaliser, but it's off the line, I think, from Roger Stanislaus. Really out for a throw-in, quickly taken to Stanislaus. Over comes the ball, down by Stevens. Chance for Hughes, and he's put it over. Chance of Ian Hughes' first goal, and he puts it over from just around about the penalty spot. Smith up with him. Good ball for Smith. Smith will look to get it across from this angle. Checks, gets it over right-footed. And a terrible miss kick, and that was almost an own goal. Very, very close. It had Billy Stewart scrambling across the goal mouth. Mill heads it. Smith clears it upfield. Priest puts it back in. Kelly came initially to take it, and it's gone in off the crossbar, and Chester equalised right on the stroke of half-time. Indecision from Gary Kelly. And it's number 7, Gary Bennett, who gets the equaliser. Again short for Greenall. Kearney. Gets it on. Hume. Manchester haven't got it clear. It's with Hughes, into the penalty area. Cross comes over. The goalkeeper hasn't got it. And as it drops down, Smith puts it over the top. Comes over. And it's in. And it's in from the substitute, Graham Abel. Greenall's free kick. In for nil. Kearney. Shot from Hume, headed back in by Nil. Greenall and Kearney. Stevens. Loses out. Here's Morton. Rimmer. Valentine ahead of him. Will look for the shot from here, and he's put it against the crossbar. Chance for Bennett, and Bennett has put Chester 3-1 up. The initial shot was from Rimmer, and it came back off the crossbar, and Bennett scores his second goal. It's Chester who take 3 points from this vital relegation clash. Bury took the lead in the 21st minute with 2 goals from number 7 Gary Bennett and 1 in between those from Graham Abel. Gave Chester a more comfortable victory than the scoreline.
Third division, turn up for the book on Saturday with Hull winning at Stoke, the leaders. Bury at the Victoria Ground tonight with only 1 point from their previous 5 games. Rob Palmer.
Things have cracked up a little of late in the Potteries. The Birmingham defeat and pitch invasion, humiliation at home to Hull. The life's never been easy for Lou Macari.
And we had a hiccup, we had more than a hiccup at Birmingham. We were pleased with the result, 1-1, but obviously there was other things we weren't pleased with. We went on to Hull City, and in fairness, you know, on the day we played poorly, got punished for mistakes we made and lost the game, simple as that. Good opportunity for us to bounce back.
Stoke had Kevin Pressman on loan from Sheffield Wednesday making his debut in goal, but it was the opposite number 1 Gary Kelly who was overall the busier. Roger Stanislaus also using his hand, but not intentionally. Stoke attacked at almost all costs and it backfired. Ian Stevens had his shooting boots on, his 15th of the season. His 16th was almost identical. Cruel for Stoke that it went in off the post. But Paul Barnes used the woodwork to his advantage for a City consolation. The night belonged, though, to Maltese-born Paul Stevens.
But I was born in Malta, and someone asked me whether I'd play for him, and I said, yeah, I would, like, but I can't see it, like, it's a long way from Malta. I can't see them sending anyone over here just to watch me, so I can't see it.
I take it you'd like to play for Malta
yeah,
if they did come in.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's a hot country and that.
And Ian Hughes has come forward to take it. Finds Smith. Back to Hughes, the cross comes over. It may drop for Kearney to hit it first time. Oh, magnificent goal from Mark Kearney. He hit it first time. And it went in off the left-hand post. A despairing dive from Andy Dibble, but he couldn't get anywhere near it. And with only 2 minutes on the watch, it's Bury who lead West Bromwich Albion. Greenall with the free kick. Free header by the centre-half, put back by Flitcroft. And a good chance here for Stanislaus. He might hit it first time, and it's just gone wide. You could see there was some swerve on the ball, but not quite enough. Free kick. Looking for Williams. Gets his head to it. A miss kick by Kearney, and the equaliser's there. It was a miss kick by Kearney, and West Bromwich Albion have the equaliser. Just trying to see who scored, and it's number 8, Bob Taylor. So we've 9 minutes on the watch, and it's 1 apiece. Greenall. for Smith, down the centre. Stevens was calling for it. Smith carries it a bit further, then finds Stevens. Kearney, Stanislaus, chance of a shot. And he's put it just wide. He wanted to shoot with his left foot, didn't Roger Stanislaus? And he put it just wide, but again, very capable of creating openings. Strodder. And he's beaten by Hume. Chance for Stevens, and it must be. And he's put it wide. Oh dear, Stevens puts the ball wide from the edge of the area. It was a chance created by Kevin Hume. And with the free kick. Aim for Valentine. Greenall gets his head to it, and it's just wide. Andy Dibble came off his line to claim possession for West Brom, but was nowhere near the ball as Greenall played the header. Stevens, back to Stanislaus. Stevens shakes off the challenge well, creates a bit of space and finds Flitcroft. He in turn plays the ball to his right, to Smith. Smith gets around one challenge, the ball comes in. It took a deflection. Hughes couldn't get the contact he wanted. That's a bad kick. And one for Hume to chase. A good chance for Berry. Oh, Dibble just gets his knee to it. Flitcroft, chance of a goal. Great save from Dibble, right on the edge of his 18-yard area. And Flitcroft must have thought that he was going to score his first league goal. And he yards from the ball. Kearney takes it to one side, gets the shot in, tipped over by Dibble. Stanislaus. It's Flitcroft. And there's the final whistle. A thoroughly entertaining game here at Gigg Lane. It's one that Bury will feel they should have won. They certainly created the better opportunities and took the lead as early as the second minute. And a splendid volley from Mark Kearney from the edge of the area beat Andy Dibble and went in off the post. It took Albion only 7 minutes to reply.
A warm welcome to Burnden Park for this afternoon's derby game between Bolton and Bury. These two sides both reached the playoffs last year, and it was here at Burnden Park that Bury eventually went out 1-0. That meant 2-1 on aggregate. Bury this afternoon, however, are looking for their 5th victory in 6 league visits here. That stretches back to 1985. Valentine. Forward for Hume. Headed back though by Seagraves for Bolton. Flitcroft. Dispossessed. Flitcroft still battling. He's got 3 Bolton players round him. And Stanislaus, and again Stanislaus. The ball breaks for Walker, and he certainly looked offside. And a good save from Gary Kelly. That really was a good save, but Walker certainly looked offside as he... Walker. Leaves it for Reeves. Green gets round Stanislaus. Could be danger for Bury. Good save by Kelly. Second chance, Phyllis Kirk. It's off the post, and it's Walker who's put Bolton in front. But Bury seemed to have had a couple of chances to score, to save the score, but couldn't get the ball clear. It came back off the post, and there was Walker to put Bolton in front. Just 5 minutes from half-time. Flitcroft. Inside for Morget. Back to Greenall. Chips it forward for Hume. Stevens. Flitcroft. Looking for Morget. Will get a second chance. Plays it square to Kearney. For Stevens, and a good chance for Bury. And Stevens off the crossbar, and it's in by Hume, and Bury have the equaliser. It's difficult to say who will claim it. Stevens' shot came up back off the crossbar. Whether it crossed the line, I'm not sure. But Kevin Hume was there to make sure it went into the back of the net. And within 4 minutes of the restart, Bury have the equaliser. Nil. Valentine.
Stanislaus on, he's given the ball away for Walker, and Walker has put the second one in. What a dreadful pass from Roger Stanislaus. And 10 minutes into the second half, Bolton retake the lead. Walker. Hume steps in to win possession for Bury. Ball for Smith, prepared to take on the fullback, David Burt. Burt gets the better of him. He had a quick look at the referee, Nigel Smith, thought it might have been a free kick. The referee didn't give it. And Peter Valentine could be in trouble. He's kicked out, he was certainly elbowed by David Reeves. But I do fear the worst for Peter Valentine now, because he did kick out. He was fouled in the first place. The Bury skipper going over to the referee, Mr. Holbrook. And what will he decide to do? David Reeves is also over there. It's a yellow card for David Reeves. What will it be for Peter Valentine? It's a red one for Valentine. So Peter Valentine. Leaves the field of play. And Bury down to 10 men. There's less than 20 minutes to go. And Bury are also 2-1 down. Phil Neal down below us shouting some instructions to his players as Valentine leaves the field of play. Inside injury time. Robinson heads on. Miskick by Patterson. And there's the end of the game. And it's Bolton who take all 3 points from this derby game here at Burnden Park.
Versus Bury at Brisbane Road. The O's fresh for a 2-0 victory against Torquay United the other day. Now face Bury at home. And the O's will be looking hopefully to maintain their run of recent results now, following that win against Torquay, to get right back into the promotion playoff picture and still strive for that automatic promotion position if possible.
Acheampong made a good move there. Done his run and then came back to receive the ball and raised one off. Chris Wilder with a first-time cross coming in there right across the goal. First-time shots deflected and superbly turned around by Kelly. Who unleashes a high cross, which is better than a lot of the crowd thought it was. Stanislaus first time. Oh, he hits the post. And then back into trouble by Wilder. Cleared up towards the halfway line now.
You know, and the referee blows up perhaps a second or so later.
This is Kearney. Gets the 1-2 and lets fly. That's a good effort. Well claimed there by Turner. Oh, that's a good ball. Acheampong, can he square it? He can! Great Bury. 41 minutes gone. And finally, Orient make the possession count. Stanislaus. Oh, early shot, and then it had Turner stretching. Goes behind for the goal kick, but throw taken. Carter. Howard, oh, very defensive, invited that pass. Cross comes over, and it's in the back of the net. Greg Berry grabs his second. And really, the Bury defence invited that pass from Terry Howard, and Orient only too happy to oblige. 66 minutes gone. Orient 2, Bury 0. Turner with the drop kick. Could have held him in. Flicked by Jones. Carter, the knockdown for Acheampong. Laid back nicely Oh, beautifully done. Wilder. Oh, that's superb. That is one of the best goals of the season. Absolutely delightfully done, and Chris Wilder finishes off a superb footballing move by Leighton Orient, involving Carter, Acheampong and Wilder. Comes Howard. Carter. Room for the cross. She gets in there. Oh, suicide at the back. And simplicity itself and a hat-trick for Greg Berry. Well, if you're going to defend like that at this level, you're going to get punished, and Greg Berry did just that. Some appalling defensive mix-ups there by Berry, and they got what they deserved. Comprehensive victory by 4 goals to 0, a hat-trick for Greg Berry. The best goal of the night, however, from their fullback Chris Wilder after some fabulous football in between.
A traumatic week for Bury as they prepared for this game against Wigan Athletic. Peter Valentine, sent off last Saturday at Burnden Park in the defeat against Bolton Wanderers, received a 5-match ban, 3 for the sending off, 2 when the totting up process saw that he'd reached 31 disciplinary points. Then on Thursday, Colin Greenhall was sold to Preston North End, and Bury were left with just 1 centre-half for today's game with Wigan. And Shakers supporters have seen Bury lose twice in the week, at Orient 4-0 and at Bolton 2-1. And with just 9 games to go, as Mickey Walsh said last night on the television, it's roll your sleeves up time. There's a few changes in the Kearney. Played up by Patterson. Here's Wilson. That's a good ball for Robinson to chase. And Bury here have a good chance themselves. Liam Robinson. It's gone in. It's just gone wide. No, Adkins got a hand to it. It looked like it was still going to go in. Here's Kearney. And that's it. It's only just over the top from Kearney. A good effort. Curled in. Morget's header. It's cleared from inside the 6-yard area. And Wigan still not got it clear. Smith, it must be. Good save. Robinson, and it goes wide. Smith suddenly found himself clear. But the goalkeeper was only a couple of yards in front of him, and it didn't... Flitcroft. This is Daly. A penalty awarded. Challenged by Flitcroft. That gives Wigan the penalty. So, 20 minutes on the watch, and it's Worthington to take this penalty. Just Gary Kelly between him and a lead for Wigan. And there he does. Gives Wigan the lead on 20 minutes. Gary Worthington. Kearney. Morget. For Wilson. Over comes the cross. Stevens down for Robinson. Robinson trying to play the ball back to Stevens. Bury corner. Cleared, but only as far as Flitcroft. He quickly ran into trouble, but he did well to keep possession. Morget. Stevens. Chance for Bury, and it's a good save. Robinson. Nil. Bury onside. Here's Stevens. And it's gone just wide, and Stevens holds his head. It took a deflection as well, because Bury have a corner. On by Jones. Stevens is away. What can he do from this position? Ball comes across and it just fails to make it to Robinson. Surely Bury can score from here. Morget hits the bar. should really have been on terms from that position. Morget, Robinson, and it's in! And it's in from Lyons! Lyons scores his first league goal. It's the first league game that he started. 7 minutes into the second half, and Bury equalise. Here's Stanislaus, good ball from Flitcroft. Stanislaus was unmarked. Down the line for Robinson, shadowed by Skipper. Robinson cuts inside. Here's Jones, heads it down, and almost Bury take the lead. A good knockdown from Davy Jones. Stevens was following in and almost made contact on the far post. Morget's header, chance of the shot. Oh, fabulous goal. Wigan retake the lead. But what a fabulous strike. Kept in by Wilson. Flitcroft. Oh well. A second penalty for Wigan. A foul by Flitcroft and number 9 Phil Daly. And how will the referee see this? He's already got the notebook out. And it's a red card. It's a red card for Gary Flitcroft. Flitcroft concedes his second penalty. It is a sad way for him to leave the pitch. And a good save from Kelly. Kelly saves the penalty. Bury are down to 10 men. But are only 2-1 down. There's still hope.
Conceded 2, he said, remember we conceded 2.
This is a good chance for Wigan. This will kill the game off. For Bury, playing just 3 at the back. Phil Daly, that must have killed Bury off now. Stevens. Wigan are onside. Lyons came back well to slow down the play. Here's Worthington. Cross comes over and Bury are really dead and buried. Wigan have taken a 4-1 lead. The header from the substitute Powell trooped dejectedly off the pitch. At the centre. Of much as Bury's annoyance has to be the referee, Mr. Lodge, who sent off Gary Flitcroft. To Leeds Road, Huddersfield on a pleasant Tuesday night for tonight's third division encounter between the home side and Bury. As I said before, Bury desperate for points. 5 points now away from a safety place. There's only 8 games left to play, and realistically, Bury are looking at getting 15 out of the last 24 points in an effort to stay up. Robinson leaves it for Kearney, who curls it. It hits the bar, and the header in goes straight to Tim Clark. Robinson. Marsden's header. Lyons trying to get a challenge in. And here's Butler. Surging through the middle. And then he miskicked, but it's still got possession. Challenged by Kearney. And free kick now taken. Oh, that's a good goal by Starbuck. A lovely strike from the edge of the area. And Huddersfield take the lead from a quick free kick. But came off nil. Flitcroft. Kearney helping it on its way. Hume. Marsden. Wilson trying to get a challenge in. Marsden brushes it aside. Here's Starbuck. Lays it inside, Marsden, good chance, must be for Billy. And Huddersfield find themselves 2-0 up. But where were the Bury defence? As Chris Billy was unmarked inside the 18-yard area. And 25 minutes played, Huddersfield Town 2, Bury 0. Kick from Clark, from Flitcroft. Lyons helps it on, Robinson. It's a good turn from Robinson. Wilson to challenge to win possession. Good play by Hugh. Lovely ball for Morget. A good chance for Bury right on half time, and it's put wide from Morget, and he shakes his head. Second half starts with Robinson getting the shot in, and it's only just over the top. Straight from the kickoff. Good turn by Roberts. And that really was a good turn by Roberts. And Huddersfield 3-0 up. 20 minutes into this second half. Very end, a well-beaten side. They started a lot brighter than that when Kearney hit the bar at 0-0. Robinson, his follow-up was headed straight at the goalkeeper. Shortly afterwards, though, Huddersfield took the lead from a quick free kick. Manager Mick Walsh probably criticised the team's performance at Huddersfield during the week when they were beaten by 3-0, and quite honestly it could have been a lot more, and today he's asked for a roll the sleeves up performance and a bit of character. It's Bury trying to get some points towards safety. It's looking rather grim at the moment. 6 points separate Bury from one of those positions that will keep them in the 3rd division next season. In and around the 6-yard area to aim for. Kelly claims it well, right on the edge of that area. Finds Hume. Still Hume. Inside for Stevens. He lays it further outside now to Lyons. Lyons cuts inside, might look for the shot. Gets the shot in, but it's a poor one, it goes wide. Situation, and Bury have the lead, and what an important strike that could prove to be. Left by Kearney. Lyons curls it in. It's dangerous, this could be danger for Hall. He's hit the bar and it's gone in, and Liam Robinson has given Bury a second goal, but offside's been given. Offside, the linesman on the near side, so the goal won't count. Kearney with the corner. Nilan Flitcroft on the edge of the Hull penalty area. It's curled in though towards Hume. And Hull still haven't cleared it. Lyons has scored a second for Bury. And that has given Bury some breathing space. But with half an hour gone, Darren Lyons scores his and Bury's second. It's 2-0. Free kick taken. Header inside, mixed up in the defence at Bury, but Stanislaus it was who made sure it wasn't going to be a goal. Here's Kelly. Hume, good header on, here's Robinson. And away goes Stevens, a chance of a third for Bury, and it's just gone wide. Stevens holds his head. Lyons takes the corner. It's a good one. Neil almost got his head to it, and it just dropped nicely for Fettis. Stanislaus. Stevens. Kearney gets a foot in. The ball breaks for Lyons. He's got little support at the moment. Robinson's joining him in the penalty area. He tries to find Robinson, and surely now, and it's number 3. And Darren Lyons timed it perfectly. The ball with greater perfection. And there was Robinson to knock in Bury's third. Hull coming forward through Windus. Unmarked on this near side. Anderson clears it. I'd say unmarked was Stuart Young, but plenty for him to aim for. Mill. Hume just got wide. It'll be a goal kick. But Hume for the edge of the 6-yard area down below us, near the corner flag. Turn. And it's gone in. And Hull pull a goal back from number 9, Darren France. 10 minutes from time. Wilcox. Cross comes over. Another chance, and Hull have pulled the second one back. It's from number 10, Windus. 2 goals in a minute for Hull City. And they're right back in it. This could be Hull's last chance. As the ball's played in. Flitcroft with the header, it's not cleared. Ball back with Kelly. Sighs of relief round Gig Lane. Kelly urges his players upfield. He won't kick it until they're upfield. And there is the final whistle. Bury score an important victory here at Gig Lane in their fight for 3rd Division survival. Before the match, Mick Walsh said he wanted to... We'll have a play here because at the end of the season, Fulham move a few miles down the road to share the ground with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, of course. Much wrangling over the past 3 or 4 years. As Bury take the field here, have a free kick given for offside. We'll look at... Just keeps it in play. Pike back to Kelly. On to Scott. Trying to switch the play. Stanislaus was aware of it, but he couldn't get his foot to it. And Fulham inside the Bury penalty area. And a penalty is awarded. A foul by Roger Stanislaus on Julian Hales. Hales was struggling to stay on his feet, and the referee adjudged that Stanislaus had been fouling the Fulham number 4. So 15 minutes on the watch. And Fulham's chance to go 1-0 up. It's Gary Brazil to take the penalty. And there it is. I'm not sure how close Kelly was to the ball, but Bury find themselves 1 goal down, and really that's the last thing they wanted today. Mike takes the proper one. Good header. Fulham find themselves 2 up. Glenn Thomas heads the second. And with 31 minutes on the watch, Bury find themselves deep in trouble. Flitcroft. Eckhart lets it run out and then takes a throw into Kelly. Still Fulham coming forward. Intricate passing movement. Nice back heel. The cross comes over, a good header, and Bury find themselves 3 down, and that is a quite glorious goal. An interchange of passes on the left-hand side, and as the ball was whipped over by Martin Pike, there, Fulham take a 3-0 lead. Gary Brazil with his second. Here's Morget. Cross comes over. It's headed clear. Picked up by Anderson. That's a good cross. Kearney arriving, it's just gone over the bar. Well, that is Bury's first chance. The header from Kearney just clearing the bar, and Jeff Eckhart is unable to continue and he's coming off. And if Bury really wanted a lifeline in this game, this has got to be it. Fulham, well, you could see Martin Pike crossed himself before he takes over the goalkeeper's jersey. And Fulham now with a standing keeper, and below us, Mark Tucker, number 14, will come on, and Bury thrown a lifeline in this game, and they really must take advantage of this situation. Kearney, and he's curled it just over. Robinson, Morget for Anderson. Anderson robbed by Haag, and the ball played forward to Kelly, and Bury exposed a little on their right-hand side. Lyons and Anderson have both got back now and held up the progress from Kelly. Kelly has Morgan in support. For Morgan, the ball comes across. Well, Haag gets Fulham's fourth, and really it was all so simple. Stevens, Anderson, good run from Lyons. He's got there first, that's a good early cross. Hume, and there's the first one for Bury this afternoon. Kevin Hume, the cross came over from Darren Lyons, and there was Hume to beat the defender to the ball and pull a goal back for Bury. 72 minutes played, it's Fulham 4, Bury 1. Stevens, whilst men come forward, he's now been joined by 3 or 4 other players. Needs a good cross. Stanislaus. Lyons tries the shot, and it's parried by the goalkeeper, and Stevens was almost let in. But this is surely... Corner, put it in, it's too high, and there's a second goal. So Alan Knill pulls a second goal back. It was a good corner from Lyons. It just cleared the goalkeeper, and there was Knill to knock home Bury's second with 5 minutes to play, and Bury pull it back to 4-2. Kiefer Hume. Header on, and it's a missed clearance. Oh, and Stevens puts the ball over, and that really could have set up a grandstand finish if he could have put that in. The final whistle. Bury came down to the capital today, looking for victory, having been given the fillip, the 3-2 win over Hull last week. Manager Mick Walsh was very disappointed with the display down at Fulham last week, which saw Bury lose 4-2. What annoyed him most was that for 45 to 50 minutes of that game, Fulham were playing with a standing keeper after Jim Stannard went off injured. Tonight, though, he's rung the changes in the Bury side, as the Shakers know that victory tonight is an absolute necessity if they are to produce an end-of-season run that will see them in the 3rd Division next season. Parkinson. Lyons puts inside, on for Stevens, and he's onside, and surely this must be the first goal, and it is, and it's Darren Lyons again. He can't do any wrong here at Gigg Lane at the moment, Darren Lyons, and how vital might that goal be? 29 minutes gone, and Bury take the lead. A lot of movement as Bury trying to keep onside. Brown. Topstone is away. Chance for Exeter, and it must be, and it is, and Exeter have equalised. and it's the substitute Marshall, and it came from a run from Tom Stone. So with 38 minutes on the watch, it's one. He still wants it back further. Now he's happy. Kearney can take the free kick. The keeper's lost it. Wilson, and Bury are 2-1 up. A mistake really by the keeper, who didn't claim the ball, and it ran free to Wilson. He's curled over. Hume's header, Morget, chip back in, and then Morget again. Here's Hume, gets the shot in, but it's straight at the keeper. Cook's forward ball met by Nil. Now Exeter onside. Tom Stone, he's pushed it too far maybe. Kelly came out bravely. Pulled them back. Hughes, Stevens, back into the path of Hughes, and on for Lyons, and Lyons is free again. He's got Hume to aim for. Can he find it? And it just got enough of a touch, I think, of the goalkeeper, and it took it away from Hume. Here's the corner. Kearney's header off the line from Mark Kearney. It's a good ball by Wilson. In Morget. Nil. Here's Marshall. Good tackle by Alan Nil. Flick cross, nice play. As the ball's played through for Lyons, he's onside and he's streaking away, and there's 4 to aim for this time. And as the ball comes over, it bounced just a little too high for Kevin Hume as he came through. Quarter of an hour to play. Bury leading 2-1. Nil. And that's almost an own goal. There were a few down below us in the main stand thought it was an own goal. Take it. Towards the far post. Marshall's back header, and the ball's not clear, and it's off the line, and Stevens has put Bury 3-1 up. A goal-mouth scramble, and again I think the goalkeeper was to blame. It was initially a back header from Marshall, the Exeter substitute. The goalkeeper couldn't get to it. There was one ball cleared off the line. I'm not sure which Bury player had the first shot last Saturday, and really knew that it was now or never in this season. Darren Lyons, who else in the last few weeks? He really has played ever so well on loan from Ashton United. It was his third division encounter. Vital it is for both sets of supporters. Bury looking for points to keep themselves away from the third division relegation zone. And Stockport County currently third in the third division, looking for an automatic promotion place. To take it quickly, Wilson is there, back to Kearney. Finds Morget. Parkinson. Hughes offering himself on the Bury right. Now the cross comes over, looking for Hume, and it's just tipped over by Neil Edwards. A good leap by Hume. They're on, and here's a good chance for County. It was wide. Challenge came in from Hughes. He was the last to touch it. And for Kearney. Parkinson. Lofting one up. Lyons. It's the shot in, and it's only just wide. And for Priest, Flitcroft to cover. Doesn't dive in, but Priest is getting close to the edge of the area. And here's a ball forward for Beaumont. Eventually, he's blocked. Next ball is pushed further back towards the edge of the penalty area. Lyons, it's just wide. With Bury's throw in. It's for Hume. That's Flitcroft. And it's a short back pass. Kelly's out, and it's going to go in. And it's just rolled the wrong side of the post. Oh, what a mix-up in the Bury defence. And Bury were very lucky to get away with the challenge. Morget. That's gone straight through Barras. And away comes Lyons. For Robinson, a good chance for Bury. Oh, and he's just pulled it wide. Robinson pulls it wide. A mistake from Barras, though, set up the chance. Very dangerous from these corner situations, and we're deep into injury time. The ball comes back. Kelly stops any further danger on the Bury goal. He's been urged to play the ball forward. A third minute of injury time. It might even be 4 now. And there is the final whistle. Well, the result that both sides didn't want, and that was a draw. Both needed victories for vastly differing reasons. County to get out of the 3rd division at the top end. Bury trying to prevent going out at the bottom end. Bury have got one more vital point towards the safety target. There's now only 3 games to go. And it'll depend. Shows that Bury have made just one change from the game on Saturday against Stockport County, and that's where Peter Valentine resumes at his number 5 shirt in place of Ian Wilson. The rest of the team in goal. Garrick Vale heads back for Hartlepool. Loose ball's picked up by the blue shirts of Hartlepool. Attacking Bury down their right hand side. This is Dalton. Gets the crossover. Nil left it. Valentine was forced to clear, and it was from a similar sort of move that Hartlepool scored the only goal earlier in the season in the League Cup tie. Valentine again. As the ball's played through, the flag stays down. Hit across, and it's hit straight at Gary Kelly. Fletcher's sprinting into the centre, as is Olsen. Can Thomas put the ball across? And it's tipped over by Gary Kelly. All expecting the ball to come across, and taken by Kelly, held up in the wind slightly. Forward for Lyons, on looking for Stevens. Back to Lyons. Morget was making the run. Some indecision in the defence, and a foul given on the goal. And there's the final whistle. So Bury come to the Victoria ground and draw 0-0. We'll have to wait and see the results from the other games involving Hull and Chester and Torquay before we decide whether it's a point gained or 2 points lost. But the measure of the task is that Bury have 2 games left and really must win them both from now on. That's Darlington at home next week and Preston away on the final day of the season. The result here, disappointing for Bury from the Victoria ground. It finished
One goal to nil, Ian Stevens' 18th of the season, keeping hopes alive. Rob Palmer.
A mixture of sunshine and heavy rain at Gig Lane, but what will there be at the end of the rainbow? Liam Robinson could have regretted the day he showed no instinct in front of goal. When Ian Stevens set up another chance midway through the first half, again Robinson was too courteous. He wasn't the only guilty man. Fullback Mark Kearney could have done better, but who should follow up? Liam Robinson. The Bury number 8, to be fair, created more chances than any other man on the field. He also missed more. But give an out-and-out striker a chance and he'll score. Ian Stevens' opening not as clear-cut, but the finish was his 18th goal of the season. The win only confirmed because of relegated Darlington's complete lack of confidence. Cork, with 10 minutes to go, had a chance to take Bury into the 4th division, but charity for the Shakers from the Quaker.
The whole season depends on victory this afternoon here at Deepdale. However, victory isn't definite to keep Bury up. There's a couple of permutations, but really, Bury know that if they win 3-0, nobody can touch them. A 1 or 2 goal victory will leave Bury relying on either Chester losing or Exeter not winning. His offside trap hasn't worked. There's 2 to aim for. The cross comes over and it could drop for Preston, but it's cleared at the last-ditch attempt. Shot for sure. Oh, and a great save by Gary Kelly. James held up by Morget. Thompson. And a good chance here for the substitute. And Bury, it's just hit the post. Bury almost fall behind to the substitute, Steve Finney. Taking this one. Wilson. Now a ball for Robinson to chase. He might have to do this on his own. He's got Greenall in front of him. Will look for the shot. He gets the ball across. Lyons is straight at Simon Farnworth. Oh, Robinson did ever so well. Evans to Wilson. Robinson, Bury trying to work an opening for Robinson again. And he'll look for the shot. Farnworth got down to his right. It's a goal. Still 0-0. We've had almost half an hour. And it's gone in. It's gone in. And Bury are behind. And that was a scrappy goal. And we can't see at the moment who scored it. Here's Robinson. His control lets him down, but Bury are on a break. Stanislaus. Robinson. Wide now for Lyons. This is a good chance for Bury. Preston struggling to get back. The shot comes in from Lyons. It's taken cleanly by Simon Farnworth, as is Peter Valentine inside the 6-yard area. That's a better corner. And Farnworth forced to tip the ball, pass back and out for another Bury corner. That's 3 in a minute from the keeper. There's 4 who will run on for the ball, and Greenall puts it behind for yet another corner. Over comes the corner again. Doesn't quite come through to Valentine. The ball spread wide and it's just intercepted by Williams. Kevin Hume starts to warm up. Morget's header. And the ball comes in and it's gone across the face of goal. The header from Morget was good. Says the referee. The linesman was flagging that the ball was not inside the 6-yard area. And here goes Stevens. Again, there's nobody up with Stevens that he can pass to. Robinson, and it's just palmed away by Farnworth. Right at the last attempt, right at the last ditch. That was Farnworth to palm it away, and Bury have a corner for offside. It was a little late, and Bury make the substitution. Coming off is Darren Lyons, and Bury will, well, when they attract the referee's attention, bring on Kevin Hume. Parkinson. Stanislaus, and a good chance here for Bury. Oh, Stanislaus has put it over. Well, they certainly found Stanislaus well, but he couldn't finish it off. Williams going for the overlap. The ball comes across. Preston caught offside play on, says the referee. The ball's in Gary Kelly's hands. Here's Parkinson. Shaw. And now another chance for Preston, and this must be... Oh, and he's put it wide. Shaw. Flicked inside, and this must be... Second one to Finney. And that must surely now put Bury in the 4th division. And there is the final whistle. The Bury players walk dejectedly towards the tunnel. Bury, at the end of this season now, have been relegated. Failure to win here at Preston has resigned Bury to 4th division football next year. The reality of it all was that Bury had to win here today and hope that results went their way elsewhere. It looks like those results have gone their way elsewhere, but a goal in each half for Preston on 30 minutes from Warren Joyce, and then a real killer on 76 minutes from Finney. That sealed Bury's fate. Alan Neil has gone over, as have most of the other Bury players, to applaud the Bury following, who gave good backing. I think Gary Kelly's thrown his shirt into the crowd. So after 7 years in the 3rd division, defeat here at Deepdale by 2-0. As I said, a goal in each half, one from Warren Joyce, one from Steve Finney, has put Bury back into the 4th division. The crowd here at Deepdale, 6,932. The final result, Preston North End 2, Bury 0.
1991-2 will be remembered as a hard season for Mick Walsh and his team, although it wasn't all bad, with the Team of the Week award for a superb performance at Brentford when winning by 3-0. Of course, Brentford went on to win the championship, and also a fine away win at Stoke City. So there were good matches during the season, but there were far too many bad matches when really points were thrown away. And as you can see from the league table, only 2 points separated Bury from safety, where Exeter City lay in 20th position. Mick Walsh found the team struggling by Christmas and changed his defence to play 5 at the back, with Colin Greenall effectively as a sweeper for part of that time. However, Bury did struggle late on in February and March, winning only 1 in 11 games. As the transfer deadline approached, Colin Greenall was sold to relegation rivals Preston North End, and when Peter Valentine received a 5-match ban for being sent off at Bolton Wanderers, the Bury defence really lay in tatters. They did, however, come through April well, and in early May finally were relegated at Preston. That spell in April saw only 2 defeats in 7 games, with Darren Lyons emerging as a top-class player in the Bury side. He came on loan from Ashton. However, in that final game at Preston, Bury knew that if they could defeat Preston and Exeter City would lose at already relegated Darlington, Bury would be safe. Exeter did lose at Darlington, but a disappointing display on the plastic pitch at Deepdale saw Bury relegated for the first time in 7 years. It's not all bad news round Gig Lane. There's a £1.25 million redevelopment of the ground, which will see 3 sides of the ground become all-seater by the beginning of the next season. Gary Kelly, at the end of season, won the Player of the Season competition, with Ian Stevens picking up the runner-up award, and also Stevens picked up the goal of the season for his strike in the last minute at Bradford City.